Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakadash, Kal Halam, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakadash. That's the nation Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all our brothers and Modia pushing this word in sincerity and in truth to all I believe in this gospel. Shalom. Prayers out from Camp James, Jamaica. Now this lesson was entitled the truth is manifesting, or basically lies are being exposed. Which, unless you live under a rock, you're supposed to hear about the whole PDF files, coded with that nigga from the island. And came across also this video from the brother, I'm not sure what the brother name, but it's James, his channel name, Arrows of Indignation 1442, and this video is entitled, it says, "Thought you knew the devil, huh? The real devil blames Jakes for his crimes. It's called projecting." Which one of the key devil, Amalek is known for that as well. But let's see. Alright, I'm gonna play this video here, but you can check it out, and all videos are circulated with all of the information. I'll come up with a PDF thing, which Esau, the so-called white man, is really being exposed for what he really is. The devil that the Bible speaks of, a vile beast.
And emotional abuses that were occurring by advising to them, and you know what? Finally come together to protect the celebrities against their regime.
Files that are out there are showing that Michael Jackson was trying to help children.
I'll never forget that. Michael Jackson saved me from getting on a plane to that tiny island.
So they're saying Neverland is where Michael Jackson took children to protect them from what was being done on Epstein's island. Because he was going against their regime, they punished him and they flipped the script and made it appear as if he was the one abusing them, when in reality they were abusing them, and he was protecting the children, he was protecting the celebrities. And you have celebrities like Macaulay Culkin who've gone on record to protect and defend Michael Jackson. This all makes sense. It has finally come together. This man has been dead for so long, but now it's coming together. Not only did he protect the children from the physical things that were being done to them, and you know what I'm saying, you just social media, you gotta be careful, but he also were protecting them from the social and emotional abuses that were occurring by advising Britney Spears to get out from under her dad before the conservatorship and things of that nature. This man was a lifesaver.
So Michael Jackson used his life to protect children, yet was misunderstood by the world as a criminal. Neverland, this mysterious place, was not as simple as the outside world thought. Recently, a previously undisclosed truth was revealed. In Neverland, Michael Jackson shielded children from the forces of darkness, keeping them away from the terrifying reality of Epstein's Island. He provided children with a sanctuary, protecting them from harm and abuse, yet was misrepresented by the media and the public as a criminal. He was falsely accused of abuse, while the real abusers remained undisclosed. Macaulay Culkin and other celebrities publicly defended Jackson, proving that he was not only a musical genius, but also a hero who fought for the safety and protection of children. He not only protected children from physical harm, but also helped celebrities like Britney Spears, offering her advice when she faced control from her father, protecting her freedom. Today, as more truths are revealed, we can finally see Michael Jackson for who he truly was, a hero who sacrificed for others.
So Michael Jackson was protecting the kids all along. Now, for the past few days, I've been reading the files, the documents. You know what I'm talking about. Let me just say, some of the things I read, I wish I wouldn't have read it, especially because of the mental images about certain people and what are in those files, but I digress on that. But Michael was taking the kids allegedly to Neverland to protect them against the ones that were accusing him of what they were doing. Let that sink in. Not one moment during any of that Michael nonsense did I feel that he did anything wrong. That was based on intuition. That was based on something here. But he was trying to protect them. And it makes sense. Corey Feldman, Aaron Carter, Macaulay Culkin, multiple other kids were all saying he was innocent. But everyone just said, oh, they've been paid off. And nope, they're lying. They were all protecting him because he was protecting the kids from the people that were accusing him of doing just what they were doing. This is absolutely insane. Like, have you read the files, the documents? We'll call them documents.
Well, maybe not in this video still, but there's also another one that been released with, Jackson basically say, oh, they want to kill him. You see me, and it's not necessarily the government, it's people above the government, right? And I'm not saying this Jake is all innocent, but I show you because information coming out about high government officials, you see me, celebrities, right, people outside the government, all a part of this madness, this nasty ring. You have the Pizzagate information coming out and all of that, and I believe this individual made this comment. So the king of pop is innocent. Well, Jake has always had a portion of the spirit of righteousness in him, So information is coming out now. The more I reveal everything, and yeah, we know there's a lot of information Esau go mud up the waters always, just like in the time of Crown Royal, where information was coming out, and him basically saying false information as well. But nevertheless, the truth is being revealed, and they are being highlighted for who they are. Him can hide himself. This is Matthew 10, verse 26. It says, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. It says, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops, and to the spirit who been coming out, prophesying and teaching the scriptures, that that hey, the white man is the devil. These celebrities, make a covenant with dead. The government officials been bringing out the prophecies that you know. But for the most part, as Nate would say, a conspiracy theorist is generally a nut job. And don't bowl all of the information that come out, This is 2 Ezra 6, verse start 27. It says, for evil shall be put out, and the seed shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's how sin, manifesting on the earth right now. Is him while the vilest man is being brought down, you have truth that sprung up, right? He's been exposed. This Obadiah chapter 1, 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Which ultimately, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yoshai is the one that's actually doing it. He's the one that's exposing these devils. You see me? Him do it by either, the truthers, as the scripture says in the book of Psalms. So like Psalm 64. And give me a second. Let me start on the main point about verse 8. You see me? Psalm 64 verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my cry, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, which this is a secret counsel. They never come out and publicly declare these things like that, yeah? For years, it's been, under the rug, been happening behind the scenes. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So they will speak about our people. Look what them do, R. Kelly, which not justifying that nigga Hyde of Bill Cosby. while Esau's level of wickedness was on a different level. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Yeah, so when these things are going on upon the island and all that, them think them are God. Nobody can stop them. Says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, but the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, because nobody is even sacrifice and you know blood drinking. It's all about them working on the left hand side of witchcraft. 15 what power. It says, but God Yahweh Bashem Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what the men of the Lord, and the faithful, sisters are doing. Or flee. Them people are nasty, people are wicked, yo. But what information is coming out, like for example, the person that did this video, the first is a so-called white man. You see me? Information coming out now that they are vile. You see me? Right? It says, all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh Shai, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. So the righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Yeah, because no, the world I see it, yo, so I know the elect, well, we see a long time to the Spirit, the Most High reveal it unto us, that hey, this world is just nastiness, yo, be a vile creatures running this world. So there's no point in trying to make it here, or not even a form of desire, in getting anything here. Cleaving unto Yahweh Shem Shai is the only hope we have, right? This is Isaiah 49 and 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. This is coming down to you, almost say, tear to pieces physically, right? But now I'm basically expose you, right? All the nastiness here, kind of man like Epstein alone and Americans. Tell about of leaders from all over the world, Russia, right? England, right? Celebrities all over Europe. Just come on them going with them nastiness, and this is a low level one. Because if these are what the world leaders are going in, are doing, what if I said the elites? It's worse. This is 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3. It says that no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's what's going on right now. The man of sin, the man of nastiness and lewd behavior is being revealed right now. Son of perdition, your destruction. All this stands for is perverseness. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And who did that? So-called white man. Type in God right now upon the internet, yes, or so-called white image. When clearly the Bible described the Most and his son as a so-called black man. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Now is the time when it's basically being revealed before the Most High physically pull him down. So the word seem for it really is. And say, yep, judgment necessary, needed, deserved. He did that. Long list so. One bag of fuckery long so. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way, because they were ruling the Roman Empire as well. It says, and then is the scripture from them coming during as the Greeks, is them Alexander and them cronies them. Say, why scripture say evils increase, multiplied upon the earth, because that's what these men push. Them always have them catamite as well, yo. Young boys with them have with them the load things with. come down straight to the Roman Empire as well. And we know even in these last days, as we can see, some of them island when them go to them nastiness. Was it, I think, Nixon? When mistaken, when the president talk about what take place on down in the Beeman Grove, some fucking shit take place down there. And who gathered there were leaders, and the American leaders, whosoever. People in power. Nastiness. But it's coming out. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which were the spirit of the mouth. Coming out doing this. Inside this, the apostles, the elders, the men before them, been pushing these things. And before me even born, letting you know that, hey, the white man is the devil, because all along, as written down Marvel, because Satan himself is transformed as an angel of light. Him been put himself like, oh, he's this philanthropist. He's this good guy. When all along, he's the devil. I think at one point you have the UN come out and say them declare war against so-called conspiracy theorists who never talk nothing bad about Boy George and Kill Gates, because they are philanthropists, good people. We're going for them files, It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? Because guess what? They're going to go down. Chains is the future for the so-called white man, and then extermination according to the scriptures. But just before that, it's being revealed here. I'm gonna wrap with this in Isaiah 32, verse start 1, and this is in the NLT. It says, look, a righteous king is coming, and honest princes will rule under him. As I give us a what because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Yeah? So the righteous king is Yahushua. He's the one that's coming back to rule. We're going to have King David as well, 12 apostles, 244,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, going to rule under Yahweh Shai, setting up a righteous world. When these things will be a thing of the past, It says, each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in the desert and the shadow of a great rock in a parched land. Because guess what? In the kingdom, Israel will be all righteous, but you'll be able to get justice. You're not gonna hear about the rulers going with them bunch of nastiness here while them set up some laws to keep people impoverished. Because look at it, them set up them laws here, arbitrary numbers for the age of consent, restrict family and the growth of people, and while them are going with some lewd, nasty shit, under the behind the scenes. Them will commit the real abomination. But then I fling you under the jail cell, just basically deal with some teenagers. Which according to the scriptures, that would have been legal. It says, then everyone who has eyes will be able to see the truth. Yeah, because the end of the day, this is only for the elect go see and say, alright, sure. But as we reject simple walk and are punished, they will go and write them, still they're going to go vote, still going to like them favorite artists. Because guess what? As brother's been saying here, they are just as evil as these leaders here. It's just that them broke, them have a profit with it. Or they would. That's the reason why them not have a problem with it. Can to walk together, at least they be agree. That's what Amos 3 and 3. It says, then everyone who has eyes will be able to see the truth, and everyone who has ears will be able to hear it. Even the hotheads will be full of sense and understanding. Those who stammer will speak out plainly. In that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes. Scoundrels will not be respected, because for the most part, they were respected. But all along, there was scoundrels. And I did look it up. Get it back. The scoundrels, disreputable person, rascal, right? And I did look up synonyms to his body, you know, like them black bitch right now, I call himself body. It's a beast, a brute beast, it's a brute, devil, evil doer, you know. These are words that's synonymous, right, with scoundrel. Vile person, yo. Been doing all manner of evil under the sun, but just because them rich, people look upon them like, yeah man, I want to be like him. All of this what kind of nastiness them go on, yo. Vile, evil, works. So back to Isaiah 32, now verse 6, it says, For fools speak foolishness and make evil plans. They practice ungodliness and spread false teachings about the Lord. They deprive the hungry of food and give no water to the thirsty. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just. It said, but generous people plan to do what is generous, and they stand firm in their generosity. Because even this video will show you the spirit of Jake, you know, we know take these information with a grain of salt. Like Michael Jackson, you know, what he was really doing, protecting Pitney from Esau, scoundrels. But them lions are him and the wicked. No information come out, you know, that they are the evil ones here. Just a matter of time now before, you know, the society break down and I shall arrive and show them one in a captivity or punish them for what them have been doing throughout the generations. That's the time that we're entering right now. Over this other fun until like out there, giving all praise to Poya Haba Shem Shai Shem Kakrash, the wonders unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the full, Shalom.